Good day. Thank you for joining us for today's news. If you find this helpful, please consider subscribing. We're here every day with calm, clear updates just for you.
Back in the 1930s and 1940s, New Zealand faced a serious shortage of veterinary services. For every 175,000 animals, there was only one vet. That's a stark contrast to today. These early vets had a tough job. They traveled long distances, often on horseback or by bicycle. They dealt with everything from sick livestock to injured animals, all without the benefit of modern antibiotics, but they were crucial to the health of both animals and people. By the late 1930s, the government realized the need for more trained professionals and began offering scholarships for students to study in Australia or the UK. As the decades passed, the call for better veterinary services grew louder, especially in cities like Auckland, where the shortage was acute. By the 1940s, the push for local veterinary schools and improved services was gaining momentum. Today, the profession has come a long way. It's more diverse, with women now playing a major role. The journey from scarcity to scholarship shows how far the field has come and how important it has always been to the health of both animals and communities.
In the face of a prolonged economic downturn, many New Zealanders are increasingly relying on their KiwiSaver accounts for financial support during times of hardship. According to recent data, over $470 million has been withdrawn from KiwiSaver accounts in the past year alone. This trend, while understandable in times of financial crisis, poses a serious threat to the long-term stability of the nation's retirement savings. With current savings rates lagging behind those of other countries, the need for comprehensive reforms and increased contributions is more urgent than ever.
In a dramatic overnight operation, emergency crews in Canterbury fought 12 suspicious fires, including a large blaze near Sheffield. The largest fire broke out at the Waimakariri riverbank close to the Gorge Bridge and was too dangerous to tackle during the night. In addition, 11 other smaller fires were reported in the Selwyn district, with police investigating the cause. The fires have raised concerns among residents about the potential impact. Fire and emergency services have been working tirelessly to contain the blazes with crews on the ground and in the air. As the investigation continues, the community is preparing for the long-term effects of these fires and the need for continued cooperation with emergency services.
In New Zealand, the price of a block of butter has become the center of a national media storm, with prices for 500G of butter rising nearly 50% in a year. The public and politicians. The media's intense focus on the butter price has turned a seemingly mundane product. Starting with a simple question from a reporter, the conversation quickly escalated into a high-stakes political discussion. Christopher Luxon, the leader of the opposition, gave an answer that was close to the curtain. The media frenzy has led to journalists. Committee of frenzy has led to journalists. The media frenzy has led to journalists. While some argue that the focus on butter prices is misplaced, others see it as a reflection of the broader cost of living crisis. Liam Dunn of the Herald has called for more perspective, pointing out that the cost of butter only adds about $4 a week to household budgets. The media's obsession with the issue may be driven by the allure of clicks, but it also reflects the intersection of public sentiment and media economics. As the debate continues, the butter battle has become more than just a story about a dairy product. It has become a mirror reflecting New Zealand.
A tragic motor rally accident in central France has left 3 spectators dead and several others injured. The incident occurred near Ambert, where a 22-year-old female racer driving a modified Peugeot 208 onlookers. 2 men died immediately at the scene, and a third man later succumbed to his injuries. The victims were identified as 2 brothers and a 44-year-old man. Authorities have launched an investigation into the crash, citing possible involvement by regional prosecutors. The accident has raised serious concerns about safety protocols at such high-speed events. The motor rally, which has been Local officials and the mayor of Sandhurst have expressed shock and concern with calls for stricter enforcement of event boundaries to prevent future tragedies, as the investigation to ensuring that such a tragedy never happens again.
New Zealand is preparing for a significant weather event as the country faces heavy rain and strong winds in the coming days. Met Service has issued orange rain warnings for several regions, including parts of the Tasman, Nelson, and Marlborough, with some areas expecting up to 150 millimeters of rain in a short period. The Tasman region, which has already been hit by 2 major floods, is in an official recovery period, and residents are being urged to take precautions such as clearing drains and avoiding low-lying areas, in addition to the rain warnings, heavy rain, and strong wind watches, with the potential for these. Local authorities are reminding residents to stay informed and prepared as the weather event approaches. This is a critical time for communities to remain vigilant and take necessary steps to protect themselves and their property.
As the winter season kicks in, drivers across New Zealand are being reminded of the importance of slowing down and being cautious on the roads. The Rental Vehicle Association of New Zealand has issued a strong warning highlighting that the country's highways are not like the high-speed expressways found in Europe. Many Kiwis, they say, tend to drive too fast, but in reality, this behavior can be incredibly dangerous. Ben McFadgen, the association's chief executive, points out that driving just a few kilometers per hour over the limit only saves a few minutes, and at the cost of safety, he emphasizes that one moment of distraction could turn a family holiday into a nightmare. International tourists are also being warned about the challenges of navigating New Zealand's roads, particularly in areas affected by heavy rain and flooding. Ski access roads pose their own unique risks, especially when drivers are returning from the slopes. The advice is clear: drive defensively, stick to the conditions, and take the time to enjoy the journey. With winter bringing colder temperatures and torrential weather, it's more important than ever to prioritize safety over speed.
New Zealand is bracing for a major weather event, as heavy rain and strong winds are set to hit several regions this week. Met Service has issued orange rain warnings for parts of Tasman, Nelson, and Marlborough, with rainfall expected to reach up to 150 millimeters in some areas. The warning comes as the region is still reporting. Strong wind watches have also been issued for Northland, Auckland, and the Bay of Plenty. With a chance of these being upgraded to warnings, residents are being urged to clear drains, avoid low-lying areas, and prepare for potential flooding. Emergents are being encouraged to stay informed and take necessary precautions. With a combination of heavy rain and strong winds, the country is preparing for what could be a challenging week ahead.
The New Zealand government is taking a significant step to cut construction costs by opening the door to more overseas building materials. This comes as part of a strategy to reduce reliance on local monopolies and boost competition in the construction sector. Specifications document, which will include international standards for materials. This change is expected to allow more high-performing products from overseas to enter the New Zealand market, potentially lowering the cost of homes and speeding up construction projects. Minister Chris Penk has emphasized that this is just the beginning of a broader effort to modernize the construction industry. While the move is welcomed by many in the industry, some have raised concerns about the potential impact on local manufacturers and the need for strict quality control. The government has also hinted at more reforms to come, including further deregulation, and support for locals is seen as a crucial step toward making housing more accessible for all New Zealanders.
Tyler Porter, a 20-year-old from Whangaparoa, was tragically found dead in the water at Arcos Bay after going missing on July the 16th. His mother, Shara Lee, shared a deeply emotional tribute describing the profound void left by his losses. Tyler was Rementer Salo. His family has launched a fundraising campaign to cover funeral costs and other expenses as they struggle to cope with the sudden loss. A special memory of Tyler's promise to his younger brother, Declan, to take a road trip together remains a source of hope and remembrance. Tyler's legacy lives on in the hearts of those who knew him, and his family continues to honor his memory.
That's all for today's news. We appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this update, please consider subscribing. Your support helps us keep going.